or at least make it difficult for the other team to score. Here we have Ronnie Burgess. Ronnie's left-hander, as you can see, so he's playing the opposite side of the sheet, coming down with his out turn. Ronnie will be trying to just kind of freeze on that one on the button.
Yep. Gotta go line. Gotta go line.
Just
in front of it, Kendra.
Off the edge of that one blue rock on the button.
Just if you can get in the pocket, it's perfect.
You saw Ronnie, or heard Ronnie asking Tyler to sweep it for line at the end. They were really trying to carve it over and get it to curl more on top of that one.
Maybe stay down there and call a shot. Just, I can't see very well back there.
Yeah, it's really important, especially in mixed doubles, for draw placement. It basically determines who has the best control.
Okay, it's bump, big bump.
In a good sense.
Huge bump.
So Team Lister are going to follow down their rock and draw most likely into that pocket.
Just curl it now. Okay, it's not terrible. It's good.
Same thing, just a little heavy.
Anything off that blue or just straight draw?
Make sure they're getting their times and their stopwatches there, because that path might be running a little quicker than they think it is.
What are we sitting? What's that?
We've had the chance to watch a number of games on Bell 5 TV on the sheet 4 here at Curl Moncton, and that in-turn path that, Ronnie is going to take it now and is out.
Probably make a play on that, eh?
It runs quite fast earlier in the game, and a lot of folks were throwing them a little bit too hard.
Second one in here. See. Nice thing is it's on the inside edge.
See another draw here by Ronnie.
I have a hard time guessing the ice. It's all there. Rub off the blue, maybe. Yeah.
Looks like this one's a little on the heavy side too, Josh.
It's not a terrible result.
Keep her up.
It does get in a good spot. T-line edge of the
ball. No, I think you got to freeze again. Because if we bump, he's got the double, double.
Both teams must be expecting a little more curl.
Yeah. So we're still one, eh?
With that little extra weight that they've been throwing. So it's just something they'll have to pay attention to for later on in the game.
The ice has been great here this weekend, and there's a lot of curl and a lot of finish. But if you throw it a little heavy, like that last one, or those last few, it will kind of run through the curl a little bit,
right nice
and
in
you
that
won't
pocket.
get that finish. But as soon as you drop your weight, or if you have a lazy handle, it'll really carve in there.
Close. 6-7, 6-7. Oh, we're fine. We're out.
Okay, so Kendra tried to making a draw into that pocket right on the T line. Probably trying to bring that yellow back a bit too to get shot too.
Okay, it's good.
Looks pretty
good. Not bad.
Very nice shot.
One thing that we see a lot in mixed doubles is because of that setup with the rock behind the forefoot, or the back of the forefoot and the long guard, that you're not able to remove. You get a lot of congestion in the forefoot area.
Bell guy was talking to me how cold it was upstairs.
Yeah, then
how we can take our shirts off.
They might leave them one too. Let's try that, I think. You think?
Yeah, quarter.
So it looks like Tyler and Ronnie are
no
looking
more
at
than a quarter.
Some sort of a double to
hold the broom
for a potential 3. Most likely about half, a little less than a quarter or so. this is going to be running right on that 4-foot line, so there might be some curl at the very end. Team Burgess and Parmiter will just take sit there with the one right now.
Yeah, we got to sit 1 and 2. I'm just worried about leaving the double.
Team Lister deciding on their next
well,
shot.
he'll have it this way too.
Oh, but it's going to be above it.
Well, then we got to just do this.
I think it'll yeah.
It's close. We almost had it.
Like you go a little farther, back 8, back 12. Make sure it doesn't become a counter.
That
If
last
they do
one of
make a double,
Ronnie's
eh?
just curled a bit too much.
Okay. What's
Yeah,
that?
just got right in a little bit inside of that 4-foot
least we
line,
needed
and that's when it
room
really starts to
For a
go.
draw.
No.
Yeah.
The other thing we can do is just pick it out. Then they got a little tap for 2, I guess. Sure.
Oh God, yeah. I don't know if I'd play that shot.
Yeah. Just back line.
So choosing to play a backline tap. Interesting call here. Most likely going to bring that yellow out of play and reduce their backing. So maybe they're hoping for a bit of a roll to force to 1.
I think as long as they can get to the inside of the yellow, it'll be a good force.
Still floating.
Pretty lightweight. Do you think he's going to move too much on him?
Yeah, it looks like it's getting pretty close to that center guard.
It was inside. It was like right on the line. Like,
Sorry.
I guess they were playing bumper though.
You heard Ronnie say
Yeah,
to
when you get that,
Tyler back there,
never came that far.
he was just
Oh, we
right
can-
on
we
the
can play
line.
heavy draw.
So
Like
that
down here.
4-foot line, that's where the break starts. As soon as you get inside that 4-foot line, it starts to move. So Dan
Yeah.
pretty much let it go on that
he-
line with probably maybe back line,
right here.
back 12 weight. So it caught
Like,
the curl.
You're curling over the line
We're
too.
going here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'd say a little more than that.
I don't know. I think that's pretty close. 2 is
I'm gonna set
fine.
up for the next rounds.
2 points is fine. You just have to put like it's a half a foot or a foot. Give me. Just give me a 75, I think.
So Josh, it looks like they're talking about the
Two
double.
line, I can sweep it.
He said you just have to move it half a
Okay.
foot.
T-line
I
weight.
think he's thinking he can get the inside of number 1 and shoot a shooter across and get number, whatever that is, 3? Or am I out to lunch? Oh,
Yeah,
I'm out to
max.
lunch.
Like that's
Considering
the
they're
most
throwing
you wanna
yellow.
go.
Yeah.
$72, line only.
Just a draw.
It's heavy. Can't be on our yellow.
Yeah, so what he was talking about was hitting this blue and trying to chisel it out so the back yellow would come into play.
But just coming up short there and only scoring the 1 after this first
Oh
half.
man, I don't know. I wasn't worried about that at all.
So missed opportunity there for Team Parmiter and Burgess, and they take a 1-0 lead after the first end.
I don't know why they didn't do the nose hit.
Yeah, I think it's just slow in the center. Like, you had a 70 on that. It looked like lots.
And this weekend, Curl Moncton would like to thank a few of their sponsors who help run their curling leagues throughout this season. Cavendish
Like, I
Farms,
thought
who
you were
help run
bumping.
the U12
Like,
league.
I was concerned about you hitting her.
Siemens Sunday Night Fun League.
I don't know.
Kevin R. Williams Financial Services Doubles League. Our club's, mixed doubles league.
You can throw the
RPS
same weight
Financial's Thursday Night League and Best
like,
Buy's Wednesday Night League.
for this.
So big thanks to all those sponsors who are helping run this sport this year. It's certainly an interesting one.
82.
The mixed double league's become very popular. I
weight.
think it's one of
A
our
lot.
fullest leagues. We've got 20 teams playing on Tuesday nights. It's a perfect game for COVID because you're only 2 people and there's lots of space.
Good.
And his first rock
Not
there just got
100% about the out turn.
quite a bit heavy, tapping that preset
Oh, that was-
stone
I'm
to
just
the
worried
back
about
12.
over curl and being
Yeah.
heavy.
That was my bad. I was more concerned
What's
with
that?
the line in my head.
Alright.
On your last one.
And sometimes in mixed
Yeah, I
doubles,
know.
that's not a terrible shot. In regular curling, when you throw it heavy and knock
Where is it?
something behind the tee
Hey,
line,
tons of line, Kendra.
it's pretty bad. But where mixed doubles get so congested
Top four
around
is
the
great.
4-foot line,
Yeah.
if you tap that one away, it's, especially early
Okay,
in the
get it
game,
too, yep.
it's
Right on the
not the
beat.
end of the
It's
world.
my bad.
Not ideal for sure.
Straight, go, keep it straight. Nice sweep. Good sweep.
Same thing.
And a pretty nice shot here by Daniel. Just a little heavy, tapping that yellow just to the edge of the back four.
I know, eh?
You just keep coming up.
Oh, you gotta keep
Just
it
about
fresh,
each of the
eh?
other sheets that we have on tonight.
Alex
We
gave
have
me that one.
Sheet 2, Tingley and Brennan against Adams and Robichaux.
Might
Adams
have to
taking
go
2 in
line.
the first end. And on sheet
Third line.
5, we have McLeod and Eldridge
Third line.
against Team McDonald and
Hard
McDonald.
line.
McLeod and
Hard.
Ed
Keep it going.
Cleo, and Eldridge
Hard.
scoring 3 in the first end.
Hard. Hard.
It's the game on ice 2 with Tingley Brennan against Adams Robichaux.
won?
That's essentially our A final in this triple
Rip
knockout.
Regard or-
Both those teams are
I just don't know how we're gonna
undefeated,
get that out right now.
and the
Like,
winner
you can
will
bump
advance
that,
to the
actually, so-
championship round with
there any
with
separation?
no losses so far. In our
Okay.
game, both
All right,
teams
just
have
hit it
2
on
losses,
Hit it on this side.
so the loser
Yeah, throw it and turn on this.
will be eliminated,
Back
and
at
the winner lives to play another day.
You got it.
So at this point, Team Blister is just going to look to see if they can get better control of that control zone there. Probably trying to tap this yellow back a bit.
A little bump, little bump.
Set the button.
It's not curling. Here it is.
You see the rock really sits outside that 4-foot line, and then once it starts to move, it carves in quite nicely. It just depends on the weight.
Beauty. Perfect.
Third double.
Very nice shot there.
You sure?
Oh yeah, there was more in the rock between them.
So right now, rock positioning for Team Lister is looking very good. There's not a lot of easy shots to get rid of their
Just
blues.
hit
because
roll
they're
on
almost
top
probably
then?
backing
Like, yeah.
up the house there. So
When you say half,
for
do you
Team
hit
Burgess
the half or
Parmiter,
just
it's
hit
going to be about getting their yellow in a very good spot to take advantage of all that backing.
This hack would be just get to the hack. Hack is like little.
You can be a,
I think so.
Ronnie's just going to try to hit this one and roll on top of the rock that's in the back of the 4-foot. They initially talked about the double, but I think he wants to make sure he keeps a shooter in play here. It puts a little bit of pressure on Kendra and Dan.
They're just getting a bit of a roll and getting rid of that back yellow as well.
We can go up here, but that leaves them this. We can do this.
Okay.
Even, What's that? No, no. This is gonna roll right here. That won't go behind T unless we do a big roll. This here. No, no. You got it.
And at that moment, I should just know I should.
Yeah.
It's Team Lister looking for the hit and roll right to the center line, right on the pin. And try to close off that control zone right there and maybe secure a solid deuce at least.
We got one more, I think.
What's that?
If they hit and roll under, I draw
Okay.
to it. Try and limit
Okay.
them down. Might be able to get shot if we draw
Yep.
to them.
All right, I'm gonna try not to jump yet.
She's still in the middle.
Oh,
He's from last. Well, they
Just
did that
discussing how
for
much
sure.
weight they're going to throw.
That's why I asked you. I was like, do I have one more last time?
We saw Ronnie throw a full normal hit weight, and it didn't really curl very much. Kendra's is more like just a nice control.
Beauty. Nice shot.
A very nice shot there.
Yeah, small tap. Nothing crazy.
That's good.
Yeah, we want to get to nose.
It's his last one, eh?
Josh, I think that weight control here in those hits is
Yeah.
it's going to
I
be
was really
key.
surprised he didn't hit the nose hit.
Yeah,
on
especially
his,
playing on those
her.
tricky
That
4-foot
was the
lines.
three.
It's going to be important to make sure
Yeah,
you're
sweet.
throwing the weight that you want to throw for the shot. Take it to better manage the curl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the play.
Might have to pick it clean. We're sitting two
Yep.
or three? Three. I'm pretty sure we're three.
Should be close.
A little bit of pressure on
Gotta wait. Boat's
Ronnie.
heavy.
Team Lister sitting 3 buried.
Not moving. Not moving. Hard.
Different
Hard.
rotation,
Losing
eh?
line.
Go
Hard.
sideways.
Hard. I lost it.
So
I think
Team
he just
Lister
nudged it.
still sitting one. Well, maybe not.
Get to here.
Just on the overhead here. It looks like
We're
yellow
number
might be
one.
shot.
We could curl past it
But
on
there
this
is a
way.
potential shot for,
That's pretty easy.
least-
That's the easier way to go.
I'd say 3.
I think you have to come this way.
Yeah.
Really
So
came
this is
over.
number 5 right now.
Ah, sorry. Missed
Yep.
the line fall.
Just here. Poke it here. Even if you don't get it out, it's fine. Just we got to make theirs really hard.
Dan said he thinks the blue one is number 1.
But I feel like from our shot, it was very big.
Yeah.
So most likely just not trying to get rid of that yellow. Just bring it back far enough so that all the blues are the ones that
Just
are
back
counting.
8, back 12, really, Kendra? Back 8 probably. Just make sure we get the right side of it.
It really came over.
It really cut over at the hog
At least
line.
the 2 and the
Like
4
it
foot.
Snapped.
We'll have to watch that.
Pretty aggressive curl.
If you think we can get it that way, that's definitely easier than trying to come across the face.
Yeah. Hope it hangs out a little
So
bit.
looking at which
yeah.
turn to play, I think initially we're going to play the out turn and try to cross it. But
If you
as
come this way, we
Kendra
can
looks
just
in the
land on top
hack,
of it,
she
too.
thinks thinking
If
about
we're outside a little bit.
possibly doing the intern.
Yeah, we have a good angle.
It's
on
over
that
buried
other
on the
side, but I
intern
think it
side,
cuts
but
so
it
much
curls
that
really hard
it's
there.
Yeah, you have to throw back 8 if you're
Definitely
going to try to
There's a
do
lot
that
more
yellow.
room for error there as well. If you come up a little light, you do have a good stone in a good
What's that?
spot to maybe play a
It'll be close.
tap
Just
back
play the
onto
guard
the
tight.
yellow. Or if you come a
Nice
little
weight.
heavy, you do have those 2
Yeah.
blues there to stop it from rolling any further. So opting with the intern here.
Okay, bumping.
Looks like she has
She
the
got a
right
little
line.
farther out than I think she wanted to be.
So that curl's going to come pretty late now.
No.
Good.
Not a bad result.
Yeah, it is going to be tricky now for Burgess and Parmiter to get rid of both blues.
Or you
So
flash
at this point, they just need to limit the scoring opportunity for
Yeah,
Team
like if
Lister.
you go
You might give them like some sort of like double. Like if you're here,
Yeah,
they
see,
might have
it's
some
really hard
play
for
off
them
of
to
that.
hit
You know what I mean?
They're leaving us something.
Could go here. I think we play the tap.
Yeah.
Tap her back.
Yeah. Then we'll be nose on the 7.
So
Yeah.
the blue one on the tee line is number
the
1.
face.
I think the yellow's number 2.
We're 3/4. Yeah, do the same thing.
Just a heavy draw, like 75.
So they're talking about playing essentially the same
They're
shot
close.
that Kendra just had.
If our weight was just a little bit lower, I think we would have had
Less
that.
risky.
Okay.
But Ronnie pointed out he's worried that you might
yeah.
leave some sort of
That was
double.
close. That was
She
close
had
that we could
about
almost
here.
make it, so close enough.
Like she was pretty close to the line, but she probably had back 12.
Yeah.
What's that?
We're playing a tap too.
They're just
so
trying to make us. They're trying to stop us
We
from
want
getting
to
two.
probably, well,
Bump the 6.
yeah. Here. I can hold it. So.
Okay.
I don't know what they do here. We might have a shot. Like if she overcurls a little bit, that's a double. We might even have the slash double.
So looking like they're just going to draw right on top of the blue
They're number 2 right now, I think.
and just cut down their
But
potential
if
scoring
they're
area.
here, we'll have a shot.
So like a 7.
Although Team Lister
Yeah.
does point out that if their
Yeah,
rock does
get something
overcurl or
that's
come a
gonna
little
still gonna be
high, they
shot,
might have a
but
potential
get
double
rid of
for
one of those.
4.
Heavy draw. Mid 8. I mean, I was. Yeah, I think I was edge of 8.
So Kendra threw about, say,
Yep.
solid hack. And she came out right around the 4-foot line.
$60.
This one's a little tighter to Josh. Looks good.
Like a lot of weight. Ton of weight. Sugar.
Oh yeah, almost
So
half.
blue
right?
still sits 1.
Well, if we get somehow really lucky, boom, boom,
Little panic on the sweep there.
maybe for 4.
I noticed when she
I mean, that's
threw,
what we were-
Tyler
No, I'm
got
just
right
saying
up
for the
and
fan,
followed her
The
stone
blocks are
and was
pretty
telling
lively. We
Ronnie
might
to
get some
sweep.
bump.
Hard Ronnie,
Yeah,
hard
I mean,
Ronnie.
definitely
I
do
think
sweep
if she
that.
had just stayed back and had watched the line, she
I'm
would have
really-
realized it wasn't curling as much as she
I was worried if we
thought
miss, we're
it
giving
might.
up one, eh?
And she could have
Yeah.
called
If I
it
miss,
off.
we're giving
Can't
up
play
one.
too cute.
Yeah.
Try to hit that a little more solid.
What's that? Okay.
Not bad, I thought. Pretty tough to get through, honestly.
I think they're doing the same thing, so they're gonna try and nudge that out for 2. I don't
Yeah.
think it's there.
Just worried
Hard
that
for
if we
3.
bump ours, it's a steal, eh? If I throw the right way, but
You never know.
I'm just hedging on my bets here.
So looking to knock that yellow on the top of the button out and potentially
What
rolling
kind of-
over to
where do you
that
want me to throw it at?
yellow
Not a
on
bad
the
shot.
right-hand side of the 8-foot.
Not much we can
Score
do, really,
a
other than
potential
that.
4.
Okay. Yeah, but I didn't carry yours. I had to drag yours. Okay.
This one looks like it's
No,
out
it's
farther
out.
than any of them. Yeah,
Okay,
he's
sweep it
way
by.
outside the 4-foot
We
line.
got the result. That's what we wanted.
Not
Curl
enough
pin's
weight,
coming in
Kendra.
now.
It's all right.
They really fired that wide and light,
Good end. We were
but
in
I think you
trouble.
got out so far. It kind of took the weight off too. It wasn't a great attempt.
So it's tie game now with Team Burgess and Parmiter having the hammer in this third end.
Oh yeah, and then they had them like shift, like overlap a little bit. A little lifter.
And then they had them upside down earlier
Oh,
today.
did they?
Yeah.
that?
Last
Stan
year,
Lister's going to
remember,
throw
they
our
wrote their
first rock.
names, or
Okay.
their names were written.
Dan's a
on the board
cyber
as
intelligence
Lister
analyst
squared.
with the government of Brunswick. He's curled for 24 years. And he said the only thing he's won in the past is free drinks. So it sounds like he's got his priorities straight.
4 seconds.
Line's fine. It's all you.
And he likes
Where
to
is
call
it?
their team Lister squared.
Okay. Gotta carve it. Gotta carve it. Top 4's fine too. Top 4. Top 4 everywhere. As far as you can. As far as you can. As far as you can, Kendra. Right up, right up, right up. Go, 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 go. Okay, sorry.
They're top 8.
Next down just topping in
Shoot.
the top of the stopping
like
in the top
half
of the
12,
8 foot.
half in the 8, I think.
It's not a bad position to have, but you really
Yeah,
want to be the
alright.
first
Might be
one
something we
into
can
that
use
4 foot
My
zone.
side?
We can still, we can follow the other way.
So Burgess and Parmiter are most likely going to take the
Came
big
back
turn
really nice,
and
actually.
try to get around everything.
Yeah.
80, yeah.
Probably,
I like
you're probably
an 80.
okay to just take it. Here, we got by a mile.
I knew I had to go.
91. How's the line? Wait, it's not bad. Oh, lose the weight. Whew.
Really seeing the
bad.
curls start to come in that side, Josh.
Body back to here.
Sorry.
then, eh?
Looked like their line was just a little tight and caught that curl a lot sooner
I
than
mean,
they wanted to.
this isn't.
Weight was good.
Yeah, we're even done. If you can
Yeah,
get to it,
They're
yep.
hot. You pushed them to the
But
T
still
line.
sitting the 1 at the back of the 4.
Make it good.
I think for myself.
Yeah,
anyway,
you're
I'd
right.
rather
You,
for
not
my
90.
husband.
It's a 90. Yeah, you're right. It's a 90.
So you can see in the back,
Yep.
no fans here
This
tonight.
is the fifth stone.
It's one of
Too
the
bad, though. You put some
consequences of COVID-19. There's nobody allowed in the club to watch. You notice the curlers are all wearing masks, although they are allowed to remove their mask for sweeping.
Right away on the sweeping
Provide.
on this shot here.
Come on. Goodbye. Okay, good shot.
Just a bit
Yeah,
heavy and over curled a bit,
Good.
but Lister does sit 1 at the back of the
Yeah.
button right now.
Edge of 8.
And just an update for you on sheet 2, Team Adams and Robichaux steal 1 in the second end for a 3-0 lead against Tingley and Brennan.
So you got me, baby.
Soft
Ronnie
release.
Burgess trying to just follow that one Bennett
Whoa.
down and
Ne-
just
needs
sit
to
on
curl.
top of it.
It's curling now. It's curling. It's curling. Hard. Hard line. Hard line. Yep. Yep. Easy. Easy.
I think we're gonna hit that now, eh?
And actually a really good outcome there. They move that blue out of the way, so it won't harm
Sure.
them in terms of how many rock, their
Yeah.
scoring area they can get later on in the end. But Team Lister can also take advantage of those 2 rocks in the back of the house and use his backing for a potential steal.
All right. Yeah. Wish that came over here more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside that picnic weight.
In mixed doubles, because there's so much congestion around the 4 foot.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the shot that you make is important, but
Alright,
it's really
just about
important
line,
what you
eh?
leave. you had mentioned earlier, Josh, about really controlling that control zone.
It's bumper, bumper.
Sort of the front of the front of the
It looks
4
good.
foot
Go
and
line.
into the tee line.
We got.
If you compare it to a normal game,
I have a double.
after both leads first,
Okay,
you're sitting
that's
with
all right.
a center guard and one on the back of the 4 foot. It's not exactly the best setup for the team with hammer. So you do have to make sure that
It's probably gonna hit
you're
the 4.
getting your first rocks in there
We playing the double?
and putting a lot of pressure on the other team.
We could play this. Just push this back
Yeah, that's all right.
here. It is,
I think
but
it's
like
in
this
okay spot
double.
to see crotches.
So
I
he
think
knocks
he
the
might run
yellows
into
back
that
and
yellow.
takes one of them. Almost out of play, just biting at the back 12.
I think I might graze it. Okay, let's. All right. I think it touches the 4.
So Ronnie's thinking about just tapping that one there that Tyler's touching with the
Tap.
broom and trying to sort of poke it through the,
Yeah, I
through the
think
hole
the
right
double
inside of your
touches.
screen. Tyler really wants to play that double, hit those two in front of the tee line, sort of right in the
See, this one's just a little
right
bit
in the
higher.
crotch,
To hit
as
that
she
right in the
was
crotch,
indicating there.
it's
But
really
Ronnie
difficult, 'cause that
thinks
two-
it's going to catch
not
his yellow at
difficult,
the
but
back.
Two's just a little bit higher, so.
Just from the
Oh,
overhead,
yeah.
it does look
Okay.
like it's a pretty straightforward shot. I don't think there's any worry of hitting the yellow.
Okay, let's try it. Hit the 3 first, I think. I don't know if this is the right call.
Not sounding super confident as he left the other end. You could hear Ronnie sort of under his breath saying, I'm not so sure if this is the right call."
Yeah. Yeah.
The only other options would be a tap back shot and just bring that blue out to the left-hand side of the house. But that would leave a pretty easy draw to that back yellow.
Depends on what kind of weight he throws, I guess. He throws some warp speed here.
He's playing the inside out, probably looking to get a big roll off the gear effect here.
Yeah.
He's going to hit that pretty thick. I mean, it's not a bad result
Not really.
in terms that he's
We do
still got
this.
the...
Is this your last one?
He does have a lot of good. He has excuse me.
Yeah, well, that's
Shooter
that
does
three's
land in a
really
good
hard,
spot
right?
to get rid of that blue on the
I
back
think
of the
we have
button
to.
there.
Just take an extra
And
foot,
they
eh?
do still have another yellow at the top of the 8 foot.
Yeah, I've got to.
Yeah, it was there. We just had
And
to
just
hit
another
it
update on
center.
sheet 5. T. McDonald scores 2 in the second. So McLeod and Eldridge are up 1 in the third.
Yeah. Like, what did I hit? Like 2/3?
Yeah, you just were too thick on the first one that we
So
had.
Kendra Lister is a senior internal auditor with the Department of
I thought it
Auditor
felt good.
with the Department of Social
Handles a little
Development in
soft,
Fredericton. She's the 2015 New Brunswick mixed curling champion.
Oh, yeah. We can finish
And
hard
was a
here.
member of the
Really
New
hard.
Brunswick Scotties team in 2018.
That's why two's okay.
Yeah.
Go
I
for
wasn't-
3, it will be a 2.
Like when I first popped up and got to the rock, I was hearing things, but I didn't know.
call you.
I thought it was you, but I didn't know.
Close. It's a
So
little
just
high.
playing a draw to the
She's
top of the
guarding.
8 foot, even potentially freezing to that one at the top, the yellow at the top of the 4 foot.
I think that was my last day.
Just to
Oh,
start
have one
closing
more.
off
2-3.
the control zone there, that 4 foot T line area
Okay.
to make it harder for
That's great.
Team Burgess in
Nice shot.
Parmiter to score more than 1.
Good.
Oh, sorry.
Just a guard,
Yeah, just stopping
which is
short.
perfect. You don't want to.
It does.
Can we get
You
to
don't
the
need to
nose?
bring
Well,
another
that's why I
one
was
into the
thinking
ring.
extra
So
foot. Really, it's an extra
that's a
foot.
good spot for that one.
Yeah, and it does help them hide their blue a little more. So
Yeah,
it's
true.
looking pretty nice for a steal for Team Lister right now.
Ronnie's just looking at that yellow on the top of the 8, trying to figure out if he can skinny by and run it
Yeah,
back
like, this is just jamming.
and get anything.
I don't know. Yeah, then they lob one in there.
I'd never do that. I'd never do that.
Yeah, it's real hard.
I mean, if we got here, this jams, but we're still shot. And it's pretty tough to get us out.
Go here and maybe have something on our last.
Yeah. You could, I know that's tough with 3 on the 5.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Josh?
There. Unless you rip these.
Well, a double peel here
Rip
wouldn't
the
be a
guards.
terrible option. It does open up the whole center,
Yeah.
and will give them a lot more opportunity to play with their rocks that
I
they
don't
have
know.
positioned in
Double
the
peel?
house.
Like I don't think there's not much in the house right now.
That's kind of what I think.
The
If
yellow
you-
one to the
if
5
you
is no
can
good.
Peel
There's still
both of
shot.
those. Then he might have some options to do something with all those yellows, depending on where Kendra or where Dan puts his next one.
I don't know. Peel the guards.
The only other option I see would be running back that blue guard that was just thrown by Team Lister into the yellow and getting rid of that blue.
We might be sticking here, though, is the only thing.
I'm gonna play it over the top.
Then a jam.
Oh, it might be a good thing.
This will jam.
No.
So they got to figure out how they're going to hit
Okay,
this.
what do you like then? Call
I think they're
something
talking
else.
about two completely different ways to make this
Okay.
double. Ronnie was talking about driving the Hyman across the face, and I think Tyler was thinking about kind of a straight back double.
So looking like they're going for the straight back with that ice call.
Ronnie can throw them pretty hard.
Oh, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine.
Definitely important on a double
Hit the
peel.
other one,
These
hit the
rocks
other
aren't very lively, but just getting rid of the one. It's not a bad outcome. It does open up
No
that
way.
left-hand side more.
I don't think so.
I think no one plays the guard. Really, right? I mean, we can come back here, but I mean, he's
The
got.
only thing it's
No,
going
just
on
give
to
him
is
a
the
better
5,
chance
and that
for the
might be a
3
good
run
thing
back.
for us, you know?
Right now, if he runs that back to skinny by, that should close to jam. Might roll here. They get 1, maybe 2. I'm gonna take edge of 12. Yeah, edge of 12.
Then if you know, with the, you got both of them, we would have been on.
Stan's going to take a lot of ice here and just try to put him a guard and guard that yellow.
I think we should have peeled the other one.
Ooh, we needed the double peel. Like, there's no way that blue's going back on that yellow.
I
I
do
mean,
think
really,
you're leaving
just
Team
gotta
Lister a
get
bit of the
just
more
go over
obvious
top of that
shot,
yellow
which
just
would
a little
be
bit, eh?
I feel like
the
that's,
Just
running
take
the
it away.
blue guard that's
Yeah,
already
I
up
don't-
there into the yellow and then into the blue.
no,
It does give
What's
them
that?
the opportunity to score 2 this end.
Yeah, I guess there is. Yeah, you're right.
No, it's fine.
I can leave her
think they're
that far, though.
guarding.
That's a hard
It seems
play.
like they're more worried
So-
about the yellow that's in the top of the 8-foot.
We have, like, I don't know. The only shot I see is going to be the blue under the
Okay, so
yellow
you want to
under
get
the
to the
blue.
center then?
I think that's the only shot I see to score.
So where am I? Middle 12 then? Oh, this is hot. I gotta take some off.
Yeah. Yeah, just off no.
Hold it out if you can.
See what happens here.
Your dad talking to
all
himself, so
you.
just sliding out of the hack, saying this is hot, I gotta take some off. So threw down the anchor, pulled back a little bit.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Good shot though.
Just stopping
Beauty.
that one guard
Good
zone.
sweeping.
I don't see anything.
Not a
to
bad
score.
outcome for the guard.
The only thing I see is the blue under the
Oh,
yellow.
gotcha, yeah.
That's the only thing I see. Like, there's no draw here.
That's good. Your head's good.
Like, I don't know. You can't.
Sorry, I
I
had
don't
to
think
pull
that's
back.
there. Real hard.
I came out way too hot. I don't think the port can't be there now.
That's the only shot I see to score.
Good end. really.
The only danger would be, well, you have to get real unlucky for.
For that to go there, or for this to go this way. And that
You have
go
to,
that way.
yeah. I think it's pretty low risk.
It's just off.
Yeah, it's almost nose.
So there's a blue
Almost
guard.
nose. Just off.
Right there, you can see it. Just
Yep.
looking at running that straight back, clipping
Give it a go.
half of that yellow
They're running on it.
on the top of the forefoot and into the blue on the button.
Depends where they hit, eh? Could go right
Potentially
through that hole.
score
Just off, yeah.
2, I think, eh,
Yeah, I'll go down
Josh?
this end, set up.
Yeah, it's looking like 2.
I think the blue would most likely jam on the other blue.
The only way I see 3 coming into play is the yellow hits the blue just enough to clip the other blue in the back of the house there, and then the blue that they run in rolls out. But
Right.
I think it's a safe bet to say it's for 2.
Yeah.
At this point, they'd be happy to score, I think.
Wow.
Just a little wide. As we saw before, it really just doesn't come up.
Catch that.
And
So
that will
that's
be
a
the
steal.
steal 1 for Team Lister.
So after 3 ends of play, Team Lister leads Team Parmiter Burgess by a score of 2-1. An update for you now on our
I
final
just had too
game.
much ice.
In the third end,
It didn't move.
Jacqueline Tingley and Jamie Wren scored 1. So they're now trailing Melissa Adams and Alec Robichaud by a score of 3-1. Heading into the fourth
Girl.
end.
Tough end, like, I don't know, we just didn't have an angle. We didn't have an angle on theirs. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Good end. Probably go with my intern.
Yeah.
I know this path a bit
fine,
better.
We're fine, yeah. I didn't mean to talk negatively about your the call on double red. It's all good.
Where is it?
I just wanted to open it up
Tons
to
of
try
line.
and give us some sort
Tons.
of option.
Yeah.
No, stop bending. It hasn't bent yet. Okay, you're bending really hard. Go, go, go.
Let's go for a 2.
Okay, you're good. Just, okay, carry where you can. Sorry, I thought we were 8. Right to the face, right to it, right to it, right to it, right to it. Nice sweeping. Okay, sorry. I thought we were 8.
Okay.
So,
90.
so far, only singles
I
on
thought
this
we was
game.
fine all day.
I think the big turning point will be whoever scores 2 or more.
It does not matter.
Okay.
Just
Trying
play
to
either
change the
one.
But they grab
direction of
one.
how the flow of the game is going.
Okay.
Although probably one of the biggest difference compared to normal curling
What's that?
is even if one team scores a big end, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to maintain that lead the whole way.
back. Oh, you
It's
said
very
8, I
easy to
thought it
score
was
multiple
back,
points
like,
in this game.
We're
back.
back 4.
Oh no, sorry.
Yeah. You can't switch numbering conventions on me, Kendra.
Just for line. Heavy. Heavy.
Nice shot.
Okay, good shot. That works.
Thank you.
Yellow
Still
Great
comes
shot
to
there
this
by
one, eh?
Taylor.
Yep. Yellow just taps the blue
Yeah.
to the
You
back
come
of the
here. You can free corner freeze here too, eh? That's not terrible.
Blue still shot one.
Because if they poke it, then we can. Okay, I really don't mind here as the first
I
shot.
wonder if they fine us for
Because if we do
scoring.
here, that's a double. Yeah, aim for up here.
Gotta watch it.
Have to buy the organizers a beer. Yeah, pitcher.
So Karen most likely looking
Got
to
it.
draw into the top of the button. sit 2. Great opportunity to get right into the middle there.
Close, yeah, you're close.
Good positioning in
Late's
that control
good.
zone.
I can go late.
Starting to move, they're going to have to get on it before they lose it. I think it's starting to bend
Okay.
too much.
All right.
Just coming up short and overbending on top of the yellow, top of the 4
I
foot.
don't know what's. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how they're lying.
What's that?
Maybe just call a shot.
Oh, yeah. It's all right.
They can see half of that
If they
top
touch
Ronnie
it,
row.
asking-
we can use that now.
Tyler to go down because they couldn't tell how the rocks were sitting.
All right.
I think that's the
Okay.
right shot. Just play that same in-turn draw.
Just a draw, eh? Just
You
T-line.
don't have to worry about getting rid of that blue
Okay.
right now because it's actually helping this team, especially since they have the hammer this end.
Think a hair less, right on the edge. Yeah, yeah.
Well, the way that yellow-blue combination is at the top of the 4 foot, it's lined up pretty nicely for them, so I wouldn't want to try to mess around with that.
Exactly.
Ronnie's
be a
got a
hair
lot better
down.
line than Kendra had.
Not bad. To it. Not
Does look
bad.
a little heavy though, so
Back
it might
eight.
tap that
Back
blue
eight.
back
Back 8.
outside out into the 8 foot.
Got a cut.
And a nice shot.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry.
No, just do this.
I have 13.
May have wanted that
Those
blue
go.
to be in a
There.
little better spot to have better backing for them.
I think we're going to do it now.
Yeah, it would have been nice
That's
to just kind of
that's
sit
a
on
gimme
it.
double.
So it looks like the listers. If Kendra,
Got to hit on no.
yeah, if Kendra can hit a good chunk of that
Can't
blue,
get to nose?
I think both those yells
Okay.
will go.
Keep your weight up.
They can see half that blue.
Yeah, you're fine. If you hit on this side,
They can see
it
enough
might
to
roll
do
to
what they're
should it
trying.
could roll to here. It might roll to here. That's okay. They're just too bad. They're bad for us.
And an update from sheet 5, the other C bracket game this evening.
Either that's
Team
a curl
McLeod
or
and
one.
Eldridge score 2
So
in the
just-
third and take a
so just
3 to
jam on
2,
it? Double.
excuse me, 5 to 2 lead over Team McDonald.
All right.
Like it's gonna spin off. It might not.
I know you do, but if we
go over
hit
to
that,
the house.
like if we freeze, they have the shot we're about to play, and then I'm not sure what we do.
I'll just go, I
Play
don't
one
think a 10.
more.
Just
Is that my first?
This is only your second shot. This is the right shot.
to keep my weight up.
Can't keep track
Yeah.
of this.
We got to get those off the 4 foot, or at least behind tee.
Dan's really positive out there. He's always given Kendra a pep talk. He seems to be always happy-go-lucky. Really good teammate.
That's definitely something you need in mixed doubles. Good dynamic between both players. Just taking the guard there. But in a way, it's not a bad outcome. It does open up that left side to its fullest now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Top 12. Or tight. Tight. Just a 3. I think that's just hold the room for me.
Guard, I think.
So it looks like they're just calling it guard, Josh.
Well, I did see them signaling to the top of the 8 foot, but most likely the call is the guard. It would be the better choice
See where they
here.
end up here.
Coming into that top 8 foot doesn't really help them. It gives Team Lister a chance
do
to
this turn.
throw
Second
some
player,
weight,
we can do
get
this
rid of a
turn.
lot of rocks that are cluttering up the 4 foot zone.
We just didn't have it that way.
Tight. Heavy. Heavy. We're
Ronnie
not
said they're
bad.
pretty far,
Tight.
so as the weight comes
Tight.
down, you'll see it start to cart in.
still got
I
to
don't
do
know
it.
if that's any good.
A little too deep.
What?
That's not the greatest.
Really doesn't change anything on that angle. You could still just hit that yellow and have the same
Well,
shot
your
that
shot.
Kendra
I
just
needed to
just
I don't
attempted
think we
on her
can make that,
last.
at least
You're
well,
just feathering this.
touch the center at least.
Otherwise, you're jamming it right back
know.
here, and we're still facing the pile.
Oh, I was just thinking of like
No, I can't. They'll over curl. We'd be feathering this with a draw.
5
Didn't
again.
get a good angle.
What's that?
You got to play a 5 again?
I think so. Nose, really.
They have a play on shot rock.
I don't think you can get there with a draw, Kendra. Unless, I guess if you come this way, is that what you're thinking? This way you can't draw.
It's looking like they want to play the draw to the
What's
to the
that?
yellow that's on the center line.
Just
On the
nose.
T line.
If you can get to nose, that hits that on the outside,
But now switching over to the hit.
right? You gotta get to nose. What's that?
Again, like this from the get-go.
Yep.
Kendra was looking at shot rocket in the middle there, thinking she could
Well, if you're gonna get to the
kind of draw
inside,
to
you
it
gotta throw.
or tap it or something like that.
We just needed to cross it a little.
You absolutely could draw to it with the intern. But at this point, they have to think of what they want the scoreboard to look like after this end.
The only other
They're
thing
only
you can do
up
is here.
one, and it is set up for yellow to
Not too far
score
off.
a handful by the end of this end.
Good shot if you make it,
Maybe
but
looking to
if we don't
minimize the
do it
damage.
right, they might use this against us.
I think Dan's 100% what he just said.
Like you almost have to overbend and be partially buried.
That key at the top of the form might need to roll.
It will, but it springs that way. Like
Oh, yeah.
depends on.
Kendra usually plays lead on the ladies team, so maybe she's a little bit more comfortable at that with the soft weight shot rather than the other, which would require a pretty solid
What's
hit
that?
peel weight in order to get those yellows moving.
Well, that's if you have more control, just play the draw. It's there. They're still going to be sitting 1 or 2 with 1 rock left. It was better the last time. This time is more risky.
Dan really wants to play that
I,
hit.
I'm feeling skeptical about the hole, but if you think it's there, we have to be tight to that blue guard.
But he's being pretty diplomatic and letting her decide, but really hoping she decides to
What do we
play
have
the hit.
next?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's too confident with Kendra wanting to play the draw from inside out to the
Show
yellow.
my next one? I don't know.
The intern draw is there.
What's that?
And in my opinion, it is the easier shot.
You're going through this hole to hole?
Yeah.
She's actually looking at
Do
the
that.
out turn draw tap through the hole in the center.
Oh yeah, we got to move it a bit. It's really good if you make
it's
it.
very
I mean, it won't
tight.
surprise you, Josh, that you want to play that draw, and I want to play the hit.
Sorry, I didn't get a clock.
Playing on 4.
Back 8, back 12. Just flying, just
That looks
flying.
pretty good.
We're not going.
It's really curling nicely. Nice shot.
Beauty, nice shot.
A really great shot.
Same as her.
So blue does hit 1 now,
That's
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
but yellow does have the opportunity to play the same
Okay.
shot that Kendra just threw.
You just headed that blue.
I know. I was waiting as long as I could.
I guess I'm just not sure what it gets them. They've left Ronnie the same shot, and if he makes it, I guess then she has to draw around everything. Ronnie's quite a
Back
bit
12.
wider than Kendra.
Look at that come.
But it is already starting to go.
Wow, is it ever?
Another great
Now we're in
shot.
big trouble. I don't know.
Dan wasn't so optimistic that time. You heard him say,
That's what we hear, right?
now we're in big trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think it was important there on Kendra's last shot to keep the shooter and the back one close enough to
Nice
have
curl
backing.
there. Like it definitely curled more at the end, but nice
I
curl.
just think sometimes in mixed doubles you get sucked into this little tap, tap, draw through the hole, and you don't see those hits.
Yeah.
So it looks like Dan
I don't know what I'm
is
aiming
going to try
for.
the wide out turn, kind of draw around those 3 rocks in a row in the
We're in
12-foot,
big trouble.
4-foot area.
Oh, we got
And if he can nestle up against that one in the back 4 even,
Middle 12. Aim for your purse,
We need
he
basically.
might be able to
hire somebody
get
to
something
do it
out of
for
this
us.
end, a little bit of a force.
It's all you.
Oh,
Get it out a
yeah.
little. Get it out a little. Get it out a little. You gotta get it out. You gotta get it out. Keep it out. You're curling. You're over curling. Go. Go, go, go.
It's close.
Get out. Go, go. You can still get it by. Hard.
Just hitting that top yellow.
I don't know.
So now they really are in some trouble.
I don't think so.
Yeah, so right now yellow's sitting
Oh, I thought it
3
was
for
okay.
sure. I think they were just checking to see
Cook her around.
if they maybe
Be aware
shot
that way.
4.
Probably, I'd give
But
yourself
it is the
like,
turn draw.
Okay, I'm confused.
yeah,
Oh, just I think it pulled more because it's a little special pack.
yeah. Give yourself a chance. Like I think you want to have decent amount of ice.
I guess so.
So I think just at this end, Lister kind of let the yellows pile up a little more into that 4-foot zone. You couldn't really get out of it.
You're killing me.
Yeah, I would keep it up.
All right, we'll be down 4.
Yeah, no risk. So I think 70. Edge of the 12. No. Yeah.
I couldn't tell. Were you carving that? Okay. I just couldn't tell by your angle what was going on.
So Tyler just trying to draw in here with the wide out intern,
78?
sorry.
Even a little bit. Line tight. Yep.
Just for line. Just for line.
He's holding out there, but it's really starting to carve now. I think she's going to over curl.
Yeah, just going to promote
Try.
their
1 yellow.
stone that's already shot.
I'm not hearing no.
Just from the overhead, it only looks like it's 3 yellow, but I think they're going to take another look just to make sure.
Yeah, it's just 3. Yeah, I don't know why you're. What you doing?
But nonetheless, it's a great result for Team Burgess and Parmiter.
Nice 3-ender. So we're just going to take a quick 4th ed break while they clean the ice. The players get a little bit of a break.
So you can watch the live broadcast of the Curling NB Mixed Doubles Championships on Bell 5 TV Channel 1. You can also watch the live stream on the Curling NB website webcast player, courtesy of 360 Live.
Good end. That was a good end.
You can also find the scores and other results from the draws this weekend at curlingnb.com/scores-results. And to give another shout out to the sponsors here at Curl Moncton, in the various leagues that are supported. The Cavendish Farmers U12
A lot of
League,
taps, so like,
Sleeman Sunday Night Fun League,
gotta get it
Kevin
a
R.
little bit
Williams
down
Financial
for a draw.
Services Doubles League, RPS Financial
Take this
Thursday
blue
Night
from
League,
behind
and
it,
Best Buy
sorry.
Wednesday Night League. Thanks to their support this season from everyone from Curl Moncton.
So I think I'm just gonna draw.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, you weren't too far off that tick,
wasn't.
but we don't have a lot of experience playing it. Even if you hand
that
it a little
covered,
wide,
guys?
they can't hit it.
Sure. Yeah.
Ron,
You have room. You have
Ronnie,
some
is
options.
that
Oh,
covered?
I think
That looks good.
Okay.
So as we get started in the fifth end, looks like we're set for the power play. So how does that work, Josh?
So the way the power play works is each team can use a power play during the game whenever they have hammer, and this changes the positioning of the initial positioning of the rocks at the start of the end. So instead of having one set at the back four and one as a center guard, the team with hammer can decide to move them either to the left or the right hand side of the house, and have their rock that would be set the back four to the top of the tee line at the edge of the 8, and then the team without hammer's rock will be set as a corner guard. Some teams like to use this to either guarantee a score of multiple when they have hammer, but can also be used to limit the scoring opportunity for the opposing team if you do have a lead.
What's
In this
that?
case, it looks like Lister's
So they didn't have
looking to
serious
score
people?
multiple descent
I took it
to
off. But then I feel
close the gap from that last end. And before they get started, we have some updates for you. So on sheet 2 being our A bracket
They
final,
never confirmed or denied what was happening.
Adams and Robichaux score 1 in the 4th end to take a 4-1 lead against Team Tingling
So
and
they were
Brennan.
pouring water into a cup.
And on sheet 5, the other C game this evening, McLeod and Eldridge score 1 in the 4th to take a 6-2 lead over Team McDonald.
There's 2 other teams that aren't on the ice tonight that are playing tomorrow.
I thought so too.
One of those is Katie Ford and Charlie Sullivan. I'm sorry, Katie Ford and Chris Jeffrey, and Charlie Sullivan and Leah Thompson. They're just waiting to say who wins these games tonight.
Just throw solo, Ronnie. I believe in you.
What?
Throw solo.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
I don't need her.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. I just want to see if you'll do it.
Okay. I'm not sure.
I'm
if
really
I'm
thinking
that
she's
good.
carrying this team.
She has a strong back.
Oh yeah. The women always carry the men.
Yeah.
So sometimes when you come back after the break, after they've run the chamois over the ice, it can be a little bit faster. So we'll see if people catch on to the draw weight.
Oh. Oh, right. You got her clipped on good?
I like this. We should make the least score. Then after this.
So Tyler Parmiter is going to throw the first rock.
Well, I expect they'll do it.
Tyler's a
fast, right?
pharmacist
Second hack.
at Model Town Physiotherapy. Sorry, a physiotherapist at Model Town Physiotherapy in Fredericton.
What's that?
I'd almost be tempted. Like, I might even teach me. Like, she
Okay.
made that freeze and yet it was gone from her.
Yeah. Oh, we can. Go all in.
I want
I don't think so. 70.
So
lots of
different
weight,
teams play
All there.
the defense against the power play
Not too
in
bad.
different ways. A lot of teams would throw a center guard here. Others would play what they call the corner tick and try to sort of nudge that corner guard either towards the center or into the rings. And
thought we were
the Parmiter
yeah,
Burgess
okay,
team
that's
here
good.
has decided to come right on top of that, the rock behind the corner guard, and give it a little tap. Nicely done.
Oh. I think we have a good angle on that, don't we? Yeah.
That doesn't do us any good, does it? That's just a dead,
shot.
that'll just have a dead jam onto our blue.
You were 78, pretty positive on your release. You were probably through.
Want to go this way then?
Okay.
I don't think
Probably
we
would've
that
been
way. She just barely made that
Back
card.
12 through.
But yeah, that's right. So hers curls more than mine will.
But good result.
I don't know. I'm not confident about it. Yeah, I
did
know.
feel
I'm
a
just
little
thinking this didn't
sluggish.
work out for us the other day when we chased.
It almost felt like it was coming down a little bit. Yeah.
Grabbing a little more.
I just
Definitely,
where
yeah,
we
definitely
throw.
wasn't gliding down that
I
path.
can't follow her.
It'll pick up.
All right.
So Dan just trying to essentially follow that
you.
one down.
Go.
Yeah, interesting discussion they were having there, deciding whether to follow that rock down or to draw to the other side. He didn't seem too convinced that he could follow the rock down. Looks like he's just coming up short as another guard.
Don't.
Let's go around that, eh?
Not bad though. We're trying to. They are trying
of
to
four?
score a couple here. So they've got a couple of guards off the
Maybe a
center
hair less
line.
than
The
that?
middle's still open.
A
If
high
they
guard.
get too much trouble to save the end, they can still draw in.
Yeah, still a lot of shots to build something underneath those corner guards too. And as you said, they do still have the middle open to allow an easy shot on their last ones.
Heavy. Heavy.
One of the reasons things are so
Heavy.
aggressive with the mixed doubles format is that if you blank an end, you lose hammer. So there's no
no,
advantage
but I
to
think it's
trying
still
to
heavy.
blank an end. So therefore, you see a lot of ovens
Sit.
trying to.
It's not gonna sit.
One team's
Sit.
trying to score multiples, and the other team is trying to either steal or force
Sit.
to one.
Set per second. I don't know if it did.
And the shot here just going to the back of the 12.
3 second.
But Burgess and Parmiter are
Tell me how
shot
it's
1
done.
and 2.
Said, show me how it's done. Yep.
Not a great shot by Ronnie.
Okay.
Still gives Kendra a chance to get one around and set up
Okay.
a multiple score. She can draw around the corners and sit in front of the tee line, top 8.
Did you? Yeah. I was gonna say you're
Yeah,
already, like,
it's the house
soaking
that's
through
dying.
it.
You got it.
I always get wet down here. I don't know.
Close. Okay. Weight's pretty good. 6, 7.
So in perspective, in terms of a normal game, this would be third's first rock for blue. So it's not a bad setup in that
Alright.
situation.
Thought it's come down a little faster.
Very nice shot there.
Yeah. That looks like they're almost at T line.
Sorry.
Okay.
Good weight.
I want
Pretty
my
good shot.
photos.
Little deep. It still gives room for the Parmiter Burgess team to come down and sit on top
Played
of
over
it.
here because he's lefty, right? It's harder for him.
Dad's saying this shot is a little harder for Ronnie because he's a lefty to
might
try
be
to
more,
follow
actually.
her down. But there's
Not
so
good.
much curl here, I don't think that's really a factor.
I just can't combat with this curl.
Not curling.
What's
Oh,
that?
no.
Yeah, I think we'll see a lot more
Oh, I
movement
know.
once he crosses that center
They
line.
go so much wider than we do.
Easy.
Little bump, little bump. That's better. Think you can flop, eh?
Good.
Not the best outcome there.
Back 12.
Does leave Kendra a little hit and roll underneath the corner. And there's a lot of stuff there behind those guards for them to generate a good scoring opportunity this end.
This is actually a really good chance for Kendra. Just get to the inside of that yellow, kind of the same weight that Ronnie just
Yeah.
had.
As soon as I let it go, I knew.
See
Just
all
a
of it, eh?
two-berry.
See all of it, eh? All right. That guard's not in the way.
Yeah, curls a little bit more, we're good.
Back 12. It just has to be in the back 12.
Might have to do the same thing. She hits and rolls, we probably play
Okay.
down to the side of it.
I like that distance a little less.
Right.
I think you need like a 9.5 even.
Yeah.
With a
Yeah.
So backline weight is the
Okay.
call for this shot. Probably just want to make sure the shooter doesn't roll out. If they throw a little too heavy, maybe they hit the high side of this rock and roll to the open side.
It's bumping. Big bump.
Yeah.
Huge bump.
Kind of bump. Like, this is like neck weight.
Kendra's got quite a bit of rotation and a little bit more weight than she wanted, so it's not really coming up.
Beauty.
Yeah, you're not going to get that
Good.
movement there with a little extra weight. You really want to make sure you're crossing the center line when
We
you
just
want
hit it.
your rock to
try
start
and flop
curling.
over here.
And in this case, it just never did.
Could, yeah, but
Not a bad
the
result though. She chipped it out through
Call
that
an
hole
I'd rather
and
hit,
rolled
I
into
think.
the wide open, still shot rock. There's no
Maybe
double.
just roll to the center.
What's that?
Yeah,
it
rings are
was a hair
split
hop.
now.
You were probably bored.
And blue is shot 1 and 2.
Sugar. A little less.
So is he just hitting that one, Rash?
I'm not sure. I saw them signaling
They're
over to the
primary, I thought.
underneath the corner guards, but they
Maybe
might
they changed the
be
hit, I don't
so they
know.
might be
They
going
talked
for a
about the- they
hit and
talked about the
roll
draw.
underneath over there. Could also just be a draw.
Corner freeze
We'll have
over
to see
here.
what happens here.
Yeah, they're not worried about that. That's what I have. Oh, no, he is tipping the hit. Okay. Normal.
Yeah, so looking like a hit and roll.
Trying to hit and roll closer to that other side. Cluster the rocks together.
We're just gonna have to settle for a little nose hit. It's a really good situation
Yeah,
now
I'll do
for
one
Team
more.
Lister.
Let's try for 2.
Great opportunity to split the rings and
Firm normal.
try to get the
Yeah.
easy deuce out of this end.
Yeah, they'll chase the open one as long as they can, but if we want to be tough, we gotta come here at some point. Is this your second one? Okay, that's fine for this one. Is your third? What's that? Okay.
She knows
The
those
debate there
young
is
have a chance at a roll. Nope. Done.
just trying to
I
hear
had
what
2
Ronnie
draws
was
in
said.
This is different than the last time. We're actually sitting number 2.
The debate there
it.
is
Might roll out.
Dan was kind of thinking, come around the corner guard.
I know. I'm just trying to
Sit
think
in the
of-
pocket there where the
Okay.
other number 2
you're good.
blue one is. Try to set up a 3-ender.
Sure, that's good.
But Kendra wants to hit the yellow, roll a little bit to the outside, and go for the safe deuce.
Yeah, I think they also realize that this is Kendra's last shot. So playing the safer shot to get the 2 out of this end.
Hair hotter.
They can't roll too much to the outside. Otherwise, they need to be number 1. Otherwise, Ronnie just
Coming out.
draws around the corner himself.
Nice shot. One hit on the outside, right?
We just hit it, Ty.
Really nice shot.
It's pretty flat. I wouldn't worry too much about the roll. Would be nice to get over here a little bit.
Yeah.
So the question now for Burgess and Parmiter is where do they want to leave their
Yep,
shooter
yep.
after this shot?
It is.
There were some gestures to the back of the 4-foot.
We were playing for the outside hit, right? Okay.
Yes, Ronnie indicated he'd just like to hit this one for sure. Would be nice to roll a little bit, but
You come shoot my next one.
half behind the quarter at least. Big Dan's shot a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, any roll really to the other side of the house there makes it a little harder on Dan's last to get the 2.
It's gonna be so good.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah.
Right in that forward line where it doesn't really move a lot.
Yeah, a little
Comes over at the
indecisive
end.
sweep call. Just hitting it too thin and rolling out.
Just get inside that line too soon, so that gives Dan Lister an open draw for 2 and a tied game.
Me?
So a
Piper?
fair use here for Team Lister on their
Thicker,
power
yeah.
play, getting the 2 points this end.
Oh, yeah.
That's usually the objective when playing the power play when you're down points. So they should be happy with the result of this end.
For the double A.
Full 8, eh?
Double. That's not there. I was just playing for the roll. I don't think the double was there.
So just needing full 8.
Yeah, I got caught. Got caught. I'm not good. You were dead center of the rock, and then it started to curl a fair amount.
No backing.
Yeah, it felt like I was in spot.
No backing.
Okay. Because hers didn't move that much.
Kinder's working this one hard.
Yeah, I knew that didn't work.
Looks pretty good.
It's fine. 2.
And a very nice shot for 2 to tie it up after the 5th end.
So we'll head into the 6th end all tied up with Ronnie Burgess and Tyler Parmiter having
here.
the advantage of last
What
round.
power-
You want us to have hammer?
Oh. We have hammer, don't we?
Yeah.
And an
Yeah.
update
You
for
can
the
give
A
it to
final
us.
on sheet
Oh.
2.
That's a nice
Team
thing you're
Teeling
gonna
and
offer to
Brennan
do.
score
We have
1 in the
hammer,
5th
right?
Yeah,
end.
you
We
do.
can do the power play.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Team
Yeah,
Adams
yeah,
and
just-
Robichaux are
I'm
up 2
confused
going into the
normally,
6th end.
so yeah, okay.
No, so actually, as a team with hammer, you can actually opt to give the other team the hammer. I don't know why you ever would. But
Really?
apparently that is a rule.
That's a rule. Okay. Have you been doing behind the 2 or ahead of the 2?
Always ahead.
Okay.
Till Catherine tells me different.
Okay.
Kendra,
That look good?
So Team Burgess and Parmiter now playing their power play this end. So as said before, sometimes the team with hammer are looking to get multiple points out of a
how do
power
you want to play
He's
this?
like, you give me the hammer.
Most
I was
likely
like,
trying to get a bigger lead.
No? Can we
After
have
the
hammer?
6th end.
I can do this, right? He's like, yeah, I'm just playing.
What's that? I just
Need a
don't
cheat.
Definitely want
feel
to
how
try to
feel for
score
lane
in
weight.
the,
And
in the even ends at this
Yeah.
point.
a little higher, eh? I know you did.
You did hear
Yeah, I
the
know.
conversation between Dan and Ronnie about the positioning
Like I
of
was
the guard.
trying to get the roll,
So
and
one
I
thing
sort
about
of-
mixed doubles
Well, the left?
is when you see the overhead at some point, you might see some dots in the guard zone.
Yeah.
Essentially, players can decide where they
Like it
want
needs the
rock
girl.
positioning,
And it did. It's too much.
depending on the ice conditions. So maybe if it's a little straighter, they'll set
Top
the rocks
8.
a little higher, or if it's curling,
I
they
mean,
might set
guard's
them
not end of the world
a little
either, I
lower.
guess, but top 8, I like top 8 better.
But generally, they go for the 2 zone
I
as
think we just go
That's
around no
usually
matter
preferred.
what.
Whoa.
it's a great,
Yeah.
pretty
Whoa.
simple standard.
Good judge.
And Dan's rock just going into the top
Actually
8
wanna
foot.
freeze on top of theirs.
Thanks.
I think we go around.
Yeah, I'll off one underneath.
Getting
Yeah.
used to this drawing under pressure.
Normal speed here, yeah.
What's that?
On that top
Everyone is
4, top 8 call to be interesting. Like if you really
90.
wanted to steal,
Now, do you want to guard
Looks like
Which
it's
I
all
think
there.
they do.
Heavy.
or split?
I think
Heavy.
you throw center.
Back.
Well, in this case, in mixed
Back
doubles,
out.
Follow, yes, we can
Team
follow.
Burgess and
Uh,
Parmiter can't hit that
See where
blue
she
out
ends
of
up, but
play.
she's bumped. No, she's a little heavy.
So
we might
you have a
opportunity.
pretty good opportunity to get your first shot where you want
gonna
it,
bump.
and then you can set up your center guard on your next one.
Good point. I keep forgetting they can't remove these at all.
Can hit it. But, well, even here's fine. Yep, just cut it out. We take this one into
And an
play.
update from sheet 5.
I mean, if you're here,
Team
it's
McDonald
great.
scores 1 in the 5th end, so Team McLeod and Eldridge are up 6-3, playing in the 6th.
I think they had every rock and play in that last end on sheet 5.
Yeah, it was looking pretty clustered that whole end. So most likely we'll see a center guard from Kendra now.
Jeez, my gripper's
Yellow
so-
is shot, but if they can get control of the center,
What's that?
of the middle, excuse me, by throwing up that center,
Sorry, I can't hear you.
it does turn a little more into a normal
I
game of
mean,
curling
if
at this
you-
point.
No, not the one on the 4. Not the one almost on the 4-foot. Freeze on the crotch.
I think so too, but Josh, but
Right?
I think they're calling to freeze into the pocket behind the corner guard. Kind of try to tap back the one that Burgess just put in
Trying to
there.
think. We go there. Just trying to think ahead.
I don't want to keep squeezing to that, going around.
If you can get in the crotch, that's perfect. Because we'll still have hits on that 4. We're just trying to take that 1 out of play.
Yeah, so as you said, Daryl just
got
going
it.
to draw into between the 2 rocks there.
Heavy. Bumping. Bumping. Still bumping.
So trying to maybe get a wick off their top blue there. It's looking a little heavy.
Little redirect.
What are we
Just
doing?
missing it.
We hit it. You want to hold the room for the hit?
Little confusion there on the
Your
sweep call.
nose or
Kendra's pretty
roll it
heavy.
wide.
And she called the sweep on for the tick, and
Sorry,
I don't think
pretty
Dan
odd tick.
really was following what the plan was
I
at
was
that
going to
point.
take the other way and see if we could bump.
Yeah, some slight miscommunication on that shot. Unfortunate for them. It's now giving Burgess and Parmiter the hit and roll here.
How much weight do you think? Control?
Now they can take that out.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
So getting rid of all the blues in the house now. It'll be
Well,
put them
I
in a
don't
great
know if you
great position.
I can hit the 2 as well.
Depends on where he ends up here.
Control.
So Ronnie just kind of floated that one out a bit and released, so it's not curling.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Very good.
Yep, just a bit of roll
yeah.
to even up with the one at the edge of the 4, just
You gotta
outside
hit
of the
for
4 foot there. on
You
the
got to
center
hit here and hit
tee
the
line.
crotch. Hope we get rid of 2.
So you're watching the 2021
If you-
New Brunswick
if you can
Mixed
throw the
Doubles
weight.
Provincial
You
Curling
gotta
Championships.
you got to hit here.
Live here on 5 TV, Bell 5 TV, Channel 1.
They're just going to draw
Live
around
from Curl Moncton.
because it'll be number
I'm,
It'd be almost
Daryl
maybe
Nallen,
3.
here with
maybe,
Josh
depending on
Nallen.
how we go. No, we can't remove them all.
You can also watch the live streams on 360 Live.
Yeah. Might have stabbed it out of hair. But
We'll be back with you tomorrow morning, bright and early at 8 a.m. Atlantic time.
yeah, I'm running pretty bad.
And depending how the day goes in this treble knockout playoff, there's games at 11:30, 3:30, and 7 p.m. Of course, whoever wins this tournament would have the right
don't know.
to represent New Brunswick at the Canadian
You're just gonna
Championships
curl much this
in the
time, but I don't know
spring
what's gonna
in
do on the 4-foot
Calgary.
line.
The Canadian Curling Association, Curling Canada, is planning to have a curling bubble where they'll have the Scotties Women's Championship, the Men's Brier Championship, as well as the Mixed Doubles and a World Men's Championship.
Okay.
Not a bad
Good.
shot there by Kendra.
Good shot.
Only getting rid of one of the yellows. But the blue is not in a terrible spot.
Yeah, she's sitting number 2, and it's
Yeah.
That's
in
all right.
front of those
Something to be
yellows.
sorry about. They got to play it.
Oh,
Little
can't
bit
do that,
tricky.
jams.
For Ronnie to remove it.
Yeah. What are you doing
So I
this
mentioned the
for? Like,
curling
what does
bubble
mean?
that Curling Canada is planning for the Canadian Championships in February, March. Essentially, what will happen, it'll start with the Scotties.
I don't like
Teams
that.
will
What's
be
that?
like poking
expected
them out that way.
to not really quarantine, but
yeah.
certainly
That's what she wants to
watch
do.
their
I can-
behavior
there's
and their movements for 2 weeks prior to
we could
departing
probably
for
play it like
Canadian
that way.
Championships, really only leaving house for essential
Thinking like
things.
center line with board.
They would fly to Calgary, immediately get in their
Hope it
car and
goes.
drive to the hotel where they'd get a COVID test. They would have to have a COVID test before departing at home, I think 48 hours. And assuming that was negative, then they're clear to fly. And then while they're in Calgary, they would essentially be in the
Might be too
hotel,
much ice, I don't
not
know.
allowed to
It looks
leave,
like a lot.
except to go to the arena for the games.
Maybe a little bit more.
And there'd be a COVID test. I
Just
think
off
it's
the
4 or
line,
5
yeah.
days after that first day.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of question for
Oh, it's fine.
I
teams
can
wanting to
see
play in their
it, like a
provincials
foot.
as
I
to if
got a
they'll be
foot of
able
air, play
to
the other turn.
go out to Calgary,
Yeah.
whether or not they win.
Certainly for teams in Atlantic Canada and a couple other places in the country where we have a 14-day quarantine when you return to your home province. I know in New Brunswick, the teams are debating amongst themselves whether they'll actually even compete in provincials because they're unsure of the ability to be in Calgary for 10 and 12 days and then self-quarantine when they come home for another 14. Certainly the New Brunswick Curling Association is working with the province to see what options might be there for players in terms of adjusting that quarantine given all the testing that would be happening. But as it stands now, they would still have to honor the 14-day quarantine. So that is affecting some teams' interest in participating. I know on the men's side, there are definitely a few teams that have indicated they will not be playing in provincials because they will not be willing to do that 14-day quarantine for work and family
It's
reasons.
in a really good spot, so if you hit and roll
Too
out,
much weight, I think.
and not
In
much
my
they can
mind,
do
I was throwing
over there.
board. So.
And on the ladies' side, I think there are still a little up in
Did I
the air
stab
where
out?
folks are
Okay.
having conversations with their team and trying to decide who can or could. I won't get into all the details,
just
but
had
Curling NB on their website had just
weight than I
earlier today released
was thinking
guidelines
about
for
for
their
that
provincial championships.
and
What
I
they'll do
straightened it,
if
so.
we go into orange and are unable to have a provincial championship,
I don't know.
What happened? Like I don't
and
understand.
what would be
It's
the
on the center line.
expectations
I
of
forget the wrong
teams
thing.
that are entering
Doing it all on its own
provincials.
this time. Okay.
Just to catch up back with the game. Here, Burgess and Parmiter attempted a hit to get rid of the blue. I was on the right-hand side.
No,
Fortunately,
probably
did not, and rolled over to the other side. And we just saw
I don't know if
Kendra
I
try
had-
to hit and stick on the yellow on the left-hand side of the house, but rolling out.
It's all right. That's fine. That was
I mean, we could try it.
fine at all. Might me next, eh? Good job. You bailed us out.
So
This
it
is
looks
the
like it
best
might be
power
set
play
up
we played
for
all
a
weekend.
force
Yeah, I
now
don't think
on
we could
yellow,
push it out.
And it was.
with blue being shot underneath that corner guard.
I was just asking Ronnie if he can play the Wyatt around that corner guard and tap out the shot rock at the top of
Maybe
the
would
8
it
foot.
curl?
What's that?
That's where it gets a little bit tricky,
I think
especially
just
for
draw to
Ronnie
the side of it.
as a lefty. That's a wide
to the
outer for
side.
him, and it's an even more difficult shot. I think they've opted for the draw.
What did they say I'm doing? I think they're coming this way to hit the blue, maybe? No. Okay. And I'm not sure.
It's like just a straight draw, maybe even corner
Trying
freeze
to
to
draw
that
three in the
top
front.
blue.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think at this point they're just looking to score this end and most likely can keep control of the hammer in the even ends.
So, kind of
Hard
A
tie.
little late.
if
Looking
it gets
good.
there. All right. Well, let's see where this guard is.
Coming up short of the house and
Do we
sitting
feel
as
better
another
about?
corner
Well,
guard. So
yeah,
giving
I guess here, eh?
pretty good opportunity for Team Lister here to give them a harder force.
Yeah, okay. I just don't want to leave a double, eh? No, it's got to be number 2. If we go here, that's a double. But we got to be here then. Well, I want to put pressure here. It's an easy shot to give some pressure to. Or we just go here. And then if she hits and goes wide, we steal one. I'm just worried about the double. Edge a button.
So opting to draw
Yes,
to the
edge
other
button.
wing to sit 2. I think they're wanting them
Yeah.
to try to chase
Edge
one of
the
their
button, right?
that rock over there and hoping for a roll out.
Initially, we're going to put one sort of just off the center on the right-hand side as you're looking at your screen. And Dan was worried about leaving a double.
Yep.
Just trying to put this one T-line.
Full
middle
8,
eight.
fine, Kendra. Are you there? Hard, hard, hard as far as you can, as far as you can. As far as you can, every inch, every inch, every inch. You can get it, you can get it. There's the girl, good job. Nice
Good
shot.
brushing there by Gander.
Good
She
for-
went end down on that one.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yep, and that's the result they
Just
were looking
exhaust
for.
yourself?
Just
Nice
sit
shot.
2
Or
of the rock split.
That's actually a pretty good
So
spot.
now
I don't
Burgess
think
and
she can't
Parmiter are
nose
just
it.
going to have to decide how they want to score their one at least this end. If they want to hit and roll or draw.
What do you like? Yep. Draw.
So this one really comes up to the thrower's preference.
Okay.
Whatever shot she's most
That was a good
confident in.
result for us. We got 2 and forced them to 1.
Edge of 8 with
And
the
no more
90.
power plays.
Okay, you got it.
It seems like she's going to play the draw this here as they both go up to the other end of the ice.
Okay. Didn't want to be heavy. I didn't want to be a gimme shot.
Yeah,
I
as you
knew we had
said,
it. I knew when
these last shots for one are
So you just had to
always
take-
come down
Yeah,
to
you were
whatever the
keyline.
thrower's preference is.
Your last draw.
Oh, yeah.
So obviously feeling more comfortable with the draw.
Oh, yeah. I knew running by, we were fine. Oh, yeah. I wasn't worried. Once you said it was there, I was not worried.
Oh, you said it's a damn. I said, I don't know.
Oh, I thought you said, yeah.
No. I said, I don't know. Yeah, no, that's what he's saying. No.
So Ronnie says to look for a 90 split.
It's fine. It's a pressure shot.
So that's close to 14 seconds hog to hog.
Look at that. I don't know. Stuff? Stuff and junk. I go set up.
He says what was 90, and that's what he was looking for.
All there, Kai.
Not a lot of handle on this one though, so
I feel
have
like
a
I'd
lot
be
more curl
sweeping
than
it.
that. A great shot
Really
there.
wide.
Yeah, I did.
Score
One.
the one in the 6th end.
Ronnie talked about how that really died, and you're right, Josh. It had not much
Really came
rotation at
down.
all. And when you see a rock with a little rotation like that, it really dies a lot quicker because it's basically not able to rotate through
Better. Thank you.
the slower part of the ice in the middle.
And for another round of updates on sheet 2, Tingley and Brennan score 1 in the 6th end. So Robichaux lead and Adams
It's not
lead
gliding anymore.
by
So
1 going into the 7th.
90 split.
And
So
on
keep
sheet
room down.
5,
Yeah.
Team McLeod and Eldridge score 1 in the 6th
Maybe-
end
maybe a hair
to
more.
take a
Same weight's
7-3
close.
lead over Team McDonald.
94. Close.
So that was a big 1 point for Team Burgess. Parmiter,
Gotta go.
as mentioned earlier, you really want to try to score in the even ends when you get down to the 6. So you're going to have Hammer coming home. So although they would have preferred to score a couple, at least scoring 1 was their main objective.
What's that?
Yeah, a little unfortunate for them.
No, I'm gonna come
Couldn't
the
get
other
the fullest of their power play that end.
Make sure it's there.
So the
You
objective
can
here
create a little
for
pocket if you nose that yellow.
Lister, obviously, would be
Yeah,
try
good
to score a couple.
Where is it? Gotta go.
And the
Yeah.
Burgess team
All right.
would be
Go,
looking
go,
to
Kendra, you got it.
steal or even
Get
a
a deep
force
scan, deep scan.
would be a successful
Come on, get
win
it.
for them.
Go, 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 go. Okay.
Yeah, it'll most likely
He's
come
just-
down to
Oh.
if they want to have
I'd
Hammer
say,
or not in the
it's
last
coming
end.
down.
If
Coming
they want to
down
be
now.
tied.
The dot is dying. The
Another
pedal's
one in
breaking
there.
down now.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
even
good.
just top 4, tuck a piece.
Okay, that's fine.
Sort of light
Won't
there
play
on
it too,
Dan
but that's
Lister's
good.
first rock of this end.
Figure that over your
It's a
rib.
good opportunity now for Ronnie to get into the 4-foot zone and sit
What do you
2.
mean? Where's Hammer? I don't know.
Lines might be tight.
Let's see where they end up here.
Ronnie
They
was
leave
the
a pocket. They leave a pocket,
2007
we can go.
New Brunswick Junior
You
Champion.
moving.
can, you can hit on
Not
yours too,
moving.
eh? So
And he works at the family's Sims Home Hardware
going
store
now.
in Fredericton,
Easy
New
if you
Brunswick.
can.
Great Friends of Curling has sponsored the U18 for a number of years. They've got a great little curling shop in their hardware stores. So if you're looking for your
these are great angles for
curling
us.
supplies and you're in the Fredericton
If we
area,
can get the
stop in.
opportunity.
Just gonna go look at the angles.
Yeah. You got to play back over.
So still a good outcome. Excuse me, good positioning here for Team Lister. Ronnie's rock just stopping right on the T line and the button. So it does give Kendra an opportunity to sit on top of it, maybe tap it back a bit. And get a rock in a good position.
Grippers at the other end. Oh, they're over here. Never mind. Oh, you have to just get by our blue to make this happen.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Not too bad. They're guarding us. So, yeah. It's good to get one in there.
You said my split was good. I think it's slowing down a bit, but
You could hear in the discussion there talking about the ice and them thinking that the speed's slowing down a bit. So good awareness by them and understanding what draw weight they're going to want to throw for this shot.
bumping.
Little tight. Dan's working hard to get it by the one on the top 8 foot. It's also a little heavy.
Okay.
And just chipping off that one that was
Same
on the
thing?
button.
Yeah.
So now great opportunity for Burgess and Parmiter to get
I don't know
another
what we
rock
do.
in there and have a lot of backing. It's
We
going to
gotta
be tough
rip.
to get, if they make this shot, it's going to be tough to get rid of it.
Yeah, but if he plants one in the middle, like
With that little pocket back there, it's a really good chance for Burgess
There's
to
another one in there.
sit in there. It doesn't even need to be perfect.
put that guard a little higher. You can do the nose double and just make that guard a little higher. You gotta get that 5 stillness. Just killer.
You hear Dan and Kendra talking about they're going to have to
Let's see where she
try
ends
to
up
clear
here
up in the
first.
front. They're worried that it's going to be a little bit too messy.
It's
This
going
one's
now.
starting
We
to
can't follow the
move.
rocks like they do. Like, we can't make these shots.
Hard scrub, hard. We're on the blue.
It's actually over curling
Need
on
to
him.
bump off here.
What the?
You can make.
And not the result they were looking for on that shot there. Probably
You can make that.
underestimated the difference in weight that Kendra had
port
thrown
is
on hers. So so Ronnie got that little extra curl on this one and wreck on that one at the top of the house.
Plan B.
Hear Dan saying, look at the way theirs move, we can't make those shots. Indicating
That's
that he
right.
thinks
That's what I wanted.
the
Gets here.
Burgess Parmiter team is getting a
That's
lot
fine.
more movement.
Yeah, we've been seeing it all
We must have
game.
got to the 4 foot line quicker.
Yeah.
They've been throwing a lot less rotation than Team
What happens if
Lister,
we rip?
so they're getting a
What are
lot
they
more
doing?
curl, especially since the rocks were
Weight was good.
sanded on Thursday.
You had more than the last time. I don't want to, but it got into the girl.
Yeah, it just hit the curl sooner.
Yeah, your leg was great. It would have been.
Nothing good for us. 5 here, jam.
I thought my
That
line
goes
was
out.
good,
Maybe
like,
over here.
When I let it go.
Like, that's a jam.
But
we-
yeah,
It
maybe
looked really similar to the
a little
last time.
tighter. Yeah, okay.
Are you mean the guard?
Yeah, I think it was good. It's not a bad outcome.
Okay, sure. Yep.
Yeah,
Not that hard.
and use that wrong.
So right now I'm
Okay.
thinking, in terms of if I was playing this shot, there is a good chance that you could draw in between these
definitely a
two
rock
rocks
here.
Second.
uh,
tight.
with the outturn, get in a really nice spot.
Tough hole. It's there.
Yeah. And then we got
They
this.
do that. Could
Right?
follow them or tap or yellow.
If we chip,
Tap or yellow in.
like you hope.
I'm not going to go further because I'm only going a little bit away from the straight up.
No, I don't think you can you? You gotta navigate the both sides of the port. Anyway, I don't think it will curl enough. You're really just gonna throw T.
Nothing right now,
At this point, Team
Okay,
Lister needs to
play that
figure out
line.
how
Is
they're
this your
going to get
second?
their
Is this your second? All right, let's rip
rock
it.
Heavy
into
on
the
that.
center line, to the center,
I don't know what they're gonna do, but
and
though. And we thought that you were a little heavy.
try to generate
Yeah, I
maybe a
was worried
steal
about
out of
that.
this end.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Well,
you have
not
to
a
go.
steal, they have hammer. How are they going to score this end?
If you want to get to the nose, like you gotta go. Yeah, you gotta go
She's
right
looking
there.
at running that guard.
If we miss, we're sunk. If we miss, we're sunk. If we miss this, we're sunk
Not really, man.
because we'll leave the guard up and we missed.
So much for the
Pretty
pep
awesome to do
talks.
that. Leave it
Yeah,
guard
well, it's tough to
exactly
be in
there,
this
not
spot
hit anything
now.
in the
They're
house.
not in the best control of the
I mean, I'm not
house now.
throwing, so it's not.
So it seems like
I mean,
they're a
if it was
little
me
all
throwing,
in
I'd
on
do
this
that.
shot.
Yeah, tap's easiest. Why don't we do that? What's
An
that?
update from the A final on sheet 2. Adams and
Yeah,
Robichaud
that's what I
score
mean.
1 in the
Sorry,
7th
I didn't think
end
we had that
to
much,
take a
but-
5-3 lead going into the last end against Tingling and Brennan.
Yeah. Okay. You got it.
Winner of that game has a guaranteed spot in the championship final on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I think they did change their mind and they're going for the tap.
Oh, it's bumpy. It's all right. Big bump. Big bump. We got that back yellow.
Looking like it's hanging pretty wide. Might just clip that
Yikes,
top
this is
loop.
pretty heavy.
All right. It's not bad.
Not the greatest of outcomes on that shot. Now Burgess and
Are we 1 and
Parmiter
2?
have a pretty big area to draw into the 4-foot and have lots of backing.
Yeah.
There's been a few times now that Kendra's had a little tap like that and she's just overthrowing them a bit.
Okay. Take time.
It's hard when you're seeing so much curl too. It's hard to trust the way you feel like you need to throw a little bit harder.
top 4, take our pocket away.
A little bit. Yeah.
Might still
Where is
have
it?
some
Hard.
tap, or we can come off our blue.
Ah, it's a guard, man. The light.
See where she ends up there.
And the draw attempt looking like it's coming up short. Just the guard
Okay.
short of the rings on the
Come
4-foot
wide.
line. Although from up here, it's not a bad outcome.
I don't know
it
what
does
to
get
do.
rid of the tap on the blue at the
That's-
top of the
I don't
12-foot.
know. Well, the triples, it's a hard triple.
I'm not sure what rock that is that Ronnie just threw, but it's been a few times it's come light
You feel good about it?
with that one.
You get a time on that?
Yep, if you. Yep, because
No,
if you
it's
can get it, both those go. 5 rolls over here. We're there. We got him
Yeah.
facing a little bit.
You could hear it.
Didn't look too bad. It just really started to cut in.
Yeah, you could hear it going down there too. It was cracking, like snap, crackle, pop. Well, I think it was just hitting the new pebble. No one's been out there.
It's going to rotate this. You're rotating this way, so it's going to rotate away,
I
eh?
just
So you
didn't
got to hit
give it a chance.
just a hair high side. So make sure it doesn't rotate away. High side.
So it looks like they're going to play a double on the yellows
If I had the right weight, we would have
on the outturn side.
been nice.
Try to minimize the damage at this point of this end and open up a scoring opportunity for themselves.
Yeah.
If they play this, they're still not gonna, like, we're still gonna get one at least, I think. I don't think the triple.
You got it.
No, I think the double goes through the hole, maybe.
Pretty much on the nose, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that from here, but I heard Dan's bid on the high side. So maybe that's what they think might be a little better.
Do pretty well. Right on the nose.
Okay.
Maybe a smidge high side.
I'd say that's a very good shot. Yellow is only sitting 1 right now, and it does open up that outturn
Okay.
for either a
About
draw
as
or
good as you
even
can
a
make it.
tap
Nice shot.
on that shooter that
Yep.
Kendra just
Same
threw.
thing I did. was trying
What's
to
that? That's fine. That was about as good as you're going to
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah, they have to hit it right.
do. Yep. I think just a draw.
Yeah.
We do have the game ending on sheet 5. Looks like McLeod,
Yeah, you got to get it out
beat
there.
Team
Like
McDonald.
I was probably here.
and will continue to play tomorrow.
There's that guard there.
Yeah. Probably a 7, like
How
7.
many times just going to get close to it?
A little bit, and we have a little bit of weight. We can go to that back.
We can
blue.
go to
We're
the
number
blue.
2. For now. They're going to tap, and then there'll be 3. But it might make the pocket easier, too. Right now it's a very small pocket, but if they go up there, it's going to give us more room to make the tap.
Edge of 12. Maybe just inside the edge.
That's fine.
So Dan Lister's
edge of 12
doing
though.
a good job of giving us
Edge
the
of 12 with the
play-by-play. Tyler Parmiter's just going to try
Right
the
in
wide
85.
inter draw.
It'd be great if we did
Okay.
score, because then we can plant one on the button. Like we get first rock, no power plays.
You have backing.
Yeah, saying that they're
All right,
fine.
we got out of this.
Leaving
We
some
have a
sort of
shot, we'll
pocket
have a
there. I
chance
think the importance
to
of
get
this
out of
shot is that they do end up sitting 1 and 2 at the end of it.
That's good. Yeah, no. You want to be able. I have a shot. That's really all.
63.
I'm surprised.
She had a little bit more
Lots
rate
of
than
weight.
Ronnie had.
I think they just want to sit
It
3.
looks like it's going to
take
start to
the miss.
curl and might hit the ones at the front at the.
No, it's coming in there nice, Josh. I think she's by. Very nice.
Very nice shot to sit 3. So now a lot of pressure on Team
That's the same
Lister to
thing.
score their 1 this end.
Beauty. Really
There,
nice.
there's no backing.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
Nice tie.
Yep. You got to sweep.
So pretty much a straight draw through that little port.
Yeah, I guess it's bigger now because she.
If I give you the
that was her
same weight as
feeder
my
from
first
last
one,
time.
is that going to be okay?
Yeah, it's there.
Well, you didn't sweep the whole way, though.
Good end. Yeah, for sure. I just need to be more
I don't know what I
positive
mean
on
for.
my
Same,
draws.
same thing
next
then,
time.
I guess?
No need to.
No, I
baby
don't really prefer the tap. But we got to be a lot tighter to the guard than we have been, is the only thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's at the 8-foot line.
Yeah, I got caught a little bit. Wasn't thinking.
Aim for the blue.
Talking about being tighter to the guard than they have been. They're tight to that guard. They're way too narrow. You really just need to make sure you're clear of that blue on the right-hand side.
So looking to score their one last shot
Yep,
here,
yep.
7th end.
Yep. Okay, whoa. Line's fine now.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Tons of line. Tons.
Line's pretty close.
It's
It needs to
curling
curl
now.
a bit more.
Where is it? Yes.
Oh,
Ah.
she said they needed the tick. They just need to sweep it a bit.
An unfortunate.
3.
It's going to be a steal of 3 for Burgess and
Three.
Parmiter. So a 4-point
Let's
lead.
shake.
Good game.
Looks like they're going to pack it in, Josh.
That's handshake.
Job,
So
guys. Good
Team
luck in the morning.
Burgess and
I'll
Parmiter
think of
move
you while I'm
on
in
to
bed.
tomorrow.
Good game.
And Kendra and Dan Lister are eliminated from the provincials.
Oh, do you guys want to? Oh, okay. I think we can leave the tape ones back here.
What?
Certainly a
The
great
tape
game
one
by
stays
both
back
teams.
here.
It was
Oh, okay.
just managing the control zone, as we were saying earlier on in the game in this last end.
What do
So
you
I'll just
have
give
in
you a
Kendra?
one last update before we sign off. On sheet 2,
Mike Cranberry?
Melissa Adams and Alex
Okay,
Robichaud
okay, one.
are leading by a score of 5
That's what you
to
want,
3
eh? Yeah.
against Tingley and Brannon in the 8th end.
you not hear me?
And Tingley has
Your game
Hammer.
No. When you said
So
it was
thanks for
through, I
joining
was
us
like,
this
okay, I thought we
evening.
were trying for
Thank
the
you,
wick at that point.
Josh. We'll join us again tomorrow morning, please, at 8
All
a.m.
right.
Atlantic time.
It is what it is.
Super
It's over.
early. And we have Championship Sunday here at the New Brunswick Curling Mixed Doubles Championships on Bell 5 TV, Channel 1, or on 360 Live.